don't need a degree, you don't need experience. And they say, but I still don't feel confident. I still don't feel like I have anything to offer because like, what do I have in my past to have like said that I qualify for this?
Hey everyone, this episode is brought to you by Start Your Preschool. Hey, wait a sec, that's my book. Inside of it, I share my story, how I started a successful preschool in my home to be able to stay home with my young kids and create a full-time income. I also share my exact step-by-step tips on how you can get your preschool started as well. I actually want to ship you a free copy of this book. To get it, simply go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get you sent one right away. I hope you enjoy this episode.
Today I'm going to teach you how to teach online preschool without needing experience, a degree, classroom, or even a license. Are you ready for 2 more ways that you can do this? Awesome. Okay, the next one is, I know so many people right now are saying, okay, that's really awesome, Joy, but like I still don't believe that I don't need a degree or experience, yeah? People are, and I've heard this so many times, even though I tell them you don't need a degree, you don't need experience, and they say, but I still don't feel confident. I still don't feel like I have anything to offer because like, what do I have in my past to have like said that I qualify for this? Let me be clear, okay? I qualify you by giving you the information on how to do this. Okay, so that is true. If you show up on day 1 and you don't know a thing about how to teach online preschool and you show up to teach a class without ever having gone through any of my training, yeah, I would say you probably shouldn't do that, okay? Like if you don't know how to teach preschool, you probably shouldn't show up on day 1 to teach a preschool class and not know a single thing. But that's why I help you throughout the entire process to teach online preschool. Like I teach you how to do it so that when you do show up on day 1, you do know things, okay? Do you have to know everything? Do you have to have 4 years worth of college training? No, of course not. Guys, I had 30 days to create a full-time income for my kids, all right? I'm no one special. I don't give up, right? And I know it's hard, and that's why we have a community of all-stars to be able to support you and help you through this process. So when people say, I don't know that I'm good enough, I have imposter syndrome, like who am I to, say that I can teach online preschool? Like people will just say, oh really, well where's your, naturally they won't, okay? There's a couple ways that I help to overcome this for you. The very first is to put on that professionalism that suggests you do know what's going on. And of course you will know what's going on by day 1, of course, right? So I'll help you, but when we put on the professionalism, and we put ourselves out there as a professional brand, a business, a real life entity that knows like how business should be run, then all of a sudden we elevate ourselves 10 steps just right there. If you're trying to figure this out on your own, you're like, I don't know how to create a nice looking website. I don't know how to do like Zoom. And so like my parents are super confused about how do you log in and how do you do this? Like I've already thought it through everything. I literally went through this entire process. I'm like, hey, I'm going to teach an online preschool class. What are all the things I need to do to make sure that I put myself out there professionally, that I think through all the steps? What would a preschool parent need to know? What would they need to learn? What would they need to believe in order to sign up for my preschool program, my online one? What would they need to have after that to be successful in it? Do they need to know how to do their payments? Do they need to know how to show up to Zoom? Like, how do they interact? How do we get their kid developed? How do we get their kid assessed? All these different things. How do I communicate with them? I had to think through that whole process, right? And so during that, created obviously all these trainings and all these done for you tools to be able to help everybody so that they could literally just plug in. Imagine this is like, your plug, right? There's Joy's amazing online preschool system over there. And guess what, guys? It's connected to an outlet, to a plug, right? An electrical cord. So you literally just grab it. We all have vacuums, yes? Pretend my online preschool is a vacuum, okay? Because sometimes I'm visual like this. And pretend it's a vacuum. And we all have the cords that go sucked in, right? The vacuum sucks it back in so that it's not like this gigantic cord. Well, it got sucked in, but you know what? You're gonna grab that and you're gonna pull it out because that's your lifeline. And you're gonna go stick it into the wall and you're gonna plug in basically to my system that basically is like all done for you, yeah? And so through that process of sticking it into everything, now your preschool operates just like my very professional preschool operates, yeah? With an online preschool. So you are all of a sudden up leveled, just like that, by literally just stepping in. You're up leveled, you're putting in you have the professional front, you have the professional website, you have the professional training videos, the professional, like, here's the step-by-step on parents how to do this, so that they're not confused, or they come into this with like, wow, look at this program, this is amazing, right? Yeah, that's what you want to present. Now, here's what's so cool. You don't have to go to business school for that. You don't have to know, like, how do I create like all my business stuff? I teach you all that. So you literally put yourself out there as a professional business, and then that helps parents to say, wow, this girl obviously knows what she's doing, because look at everything she's produced. They're not talking about me. They're talking about you, okay? Because you've plugged in, and all of a sudden, now your preschool operates just like my professional one operates. And that's how you up-level your appearance of knowing it all, of being there, of being the professional online preschool, okay? You didn't have to go to business school. You didn't have to go figure out how to do this all on your own. You literally just plug into my system and boom, you're off to the races, right? So that's how we do that. Now, so talking about degrees and experience, right? You don't have to have those, but here's what I would suggest also, okay? Not only plugging into the professional aspect of all of this, but also, of course, reaching back into your past to say, when have you had those moments of experience? When have you proven that you can take care of children, that you're loving to children, that you've taught children, right? Now, some people may have had daycare experience in their past, or some people may have taught children at church. Some people may have raised their own children, okay? Well, guess what? Did you teach your children anything? Yeah, you did, okay? So being a mom of 5 children myself, right? Being a mom of however many children you've had, you've taught preschool because you had to raise those kids. I don't even care if you're like, but I didn't hold a formal class. I don't care, you've taught those kids. So being able to bring in all the stuff that you've had in the past and share it in a way that, makes people say, oh my gosh, yeah, of course this person knows what she's talking about. Now, are we, making anything, what do we call it? Are we trying to mislead anybody? No, we're not. We're not saying I taught preschool classes for 5 years. No, I taught preschoolers for 3 years because my children were preschool age for 3 years or something. You know what I'm saying? So that's the different way that we say things. We don't have to say that we're the head preschool teacher in XYZ preschool for 10 years. If you weren't, you're not going to say that. But thankfully, all of my training helps you to say things in a way to remind you all the experience you actually do have. You do have that experience. You just think it has to be different experience, and it doesn't. So your loving environment, your loving personality, that's what people want, and that's what we will help to convey as well. So it doesn't matter if you don't have a degree or experience, but here's the other thing. If you do have a degree or experience, especially if you have a degree in anything, guess what? Are we gonna say it? Heck yeah, right? I have a bachelor degree in English. That's not gonna help any preschooler because I'm not teaching them Shakespeare, right? But I'm still gonna say I have that bachelor degree, right? Anything that you have in your past will help you know the right words on how to say it, to come across as that professional preschool owner, right? Teaching online preschool. So that's how you can overcome the fact and, imposter syndrome, or I'm not good enough, or things like that. It's plugging into the professional thing and putting yourself out there first as that professional entity. And then, of course, reminding yourself and sharing all the experience and wealth of knowledge that you do have, but you're just not connecting the dots quite yet. So now that was secret number 2. How about secret number 3, right? With secret number 3, guys, you don't need a license and you don't need a location. So with that, so many people think that, oh no, with any preschool, like we have to be having our license. We have to make sure that we're all legit with everything, right? And even with local preschool, I help women to start preschools without licenses in every single state. So please pay attention that I know what I'm talking about, right? Can you get a license with local preschool? Of course you can, okay? But I teach women how to still teach preschool without getting a license. And then of course, if they want to get a license in the future, they certainly can. Now, let's talk online preschool. You don't have to have any license at all. It's not regulated. It's a complete, I wouldn't say it's a wild, wild west, but it's a completely open frontier. Now with location, that's the other thing. A lot of times people think, oh no, I have to have a classroom, right? I have to have a classroom in order to be able to teach preschool. Even in local preschool, you don't need to have a classroom. I taught preschool literally from my house, from my living room, my kitchen table, and my backyard playground. That is all I needed. right? And I would even go so far to say is even with local, you don't have to have the playground. Even if you can literally just have your living room and kitchen table when you're only teaching 2.5 hours, right? But here we are on online preschool. You do not need to have all these materials, supplies, furniture. It levels the playing field and allows everybody to enter in on this hey, guess what? I can do this at this level by just literally showing up in front of a wall and talking, right? And of course you want to know how to teach, and I will teach you how to do that. But amazing. It literally opens up the opportunity for anybody to teach. So I'm super excited to share all of this with you. Now, I put together an amazing bonus for you. This bonus is going to help you to be able to actually start your preschool, whether that's local or online. So this bonus is the Start Your Preschool book. You guys are going to be getting access to this. It is my book that I created. There's my name. I wrote this book about a year ago because I was so needing to make sure that I shared my story with everyone about how just a stay-at-home mom without degrees or experience in preschool and early childhood education was able to create a preschool from nothing and grow it into, 10 years later, a multi-million-dollar business, into multiple locations, hiring teachers and having taught over 1,000 students. Guys, I'm just me. I'm no one special. And I've taught so many other thousands of women how to do this as well because it's a no-brainer. So whether you want to teach local preschool or online preschool, this book is going to help open your mind to the possibilities about how you can do this, right? How you can create income from home, how you can stay home with your kids, and just be able to spend quality time with them, spend more time with them, is what I want to give to you.
I actually want to ship you a free copy of this book. To get it, simply go to freepreschoolbook.com or click the link in the description and we'll get you sent one right away. If you're loving these videos, would you do me a quick favor? Click the subscribe button and don't forget to click the bell to be notified every time a new video drops. Also, be sure to comment, like, and share these videos. My mission is to share this message with as many women as possible, and you can help us with that as well. Thanks, and I hope you enjoy the video.